Good morning, good afternoon. What's going on, y'all? Y'all ready for midday message, meditation? I'm feeling good about this one. I'm feeling good about this one because this is very active in me right now. I think I should have brought a hair bow out. This topic is very active in me right now. Finding your way. You know, how do we know to find our way? Right? How do we know to find our way? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. How do we know to find our way? Listen, the morning time is the critical time, right? The morning time is the critical time. The morning time is the critical time. When people are having a difficult time finding their way, it's because we are not doing what we're supposed to be doing in the morning. The morning is the most important time of your day. It is going to dictate how the rest of your day goes. It is the key ingredient to the energy that you are going to create for yourself. So today I want to talk about finding your way. Finding your way. It's a little windy up here today. So I hope you all can hear me well. It's the key ingredient. Mornings are the key ingredient to finding your way. Because when you can't see where you're going in the world, you can't see here. It's not clear here yet, right? It's not clear here. If it's not clear here, it cannot be clear here. All right? So finding your way. When people need to find their way, you need to find your way internally first before you can find your way externally. Yeah, I feel that. This is a really, really, really important topic. Very, very important topic. If you cannot find your way externally, it's because you're not doing the work internally. We cannot escape the work that needs to happen. We cannot escape the inner work that needs to happen. If you're trying to figure out what direction to go through or to what direction to go in, whether it's a relationship, a career, finding peace with your family, just getting up every morning and being in the right attitude and the right energy. If you're having a hard time doing that, if you haven't learned how to create your own energy yet, you haven't done the work. You haven't done the internal work. The internal work is critical. So when people cannot find their way in whatever area of life it is because you have not done your work. Okay? This is plain and simple. This is plain and simple. You don't have to be confused. You don't have to make it complicated. If you're having challenges in the external world, it is because you have not done your internal work. When we have not prepared properly, it will show up. We have to remember what kind of world we live in. This is a cause and effect world, right? Sorry, guys. This is a cause and effect world. So you have to learn how to be the cause of your own life. You have to be the cause of your energy. You have to be the cause of your mindset. You have to be the cause of your inner peace. You have to be the cause of your bank account. You have to be the cause of your home environment. You have to be the cause of your health, your wellness. Anything you want to produce in your life, you are the first cause. This is a cause and effect world, right? I am the cause. I am the cause. And what happens here happens here. What happens here happens out here. Okay? Very important to know that. Cause, effect. Cause, effect. I'm going to keep this message very short today because this wind is getting on my nerves already. But when you're trying to find your way in life, there are certain things you must do. There are certain things you must do. Number one, it's important to assess where you are in your physical world, but don't stay here. Don't get hooked on the problem. Get hooked on the solution. Find the solution and live more in the solution than you do the problem. If you can do that, you're on, that's like half the battle. That's half the battle. When you are lost in the world, when you're not really sure what to do, figure it out internally first. Assess the situation, assess the problem, figure out what's not working in your situation, right? But we have to remember, we only control ourselves. We only control ourselves. So other people might be irritating us. Our job might not be the job we want to be at. Our location might not be the location we want to be at. The relationship may not be the relationship we want to be in. But all of those things are external to us, right? And we have to remember, what do we control? So when you're trying to find your way in life, you have to remember what you control. And you control you. You control you. So don't put your focus so much on other things. Yes, the people may irritate you. Yes, your job may not be the place you want to stay. Yes, your environment may need to shift. Yes, your health and wellness may need to improve. Right? But all of those things are external. Right? Even our body is really external. Right? It's external to our consciousness. The key is consciousness. If you want change to happen, change must happen in your consciousness. People are still going to be who they are. For them not to irritate you, you have to change your consciousness. Your bank account is not where you want it to be. That's external to you. The change must happen in your consciousness first. Whatever it is in your life, your spirit may be disturbed. And that's still it's an observation. My internal spirit, this is a good one. My internal spirit is irritated. What do I do about that? Your internal spirit is irritated for a reason, right? What is the reason? So that you must assess. Is it someone else? Is it, so first of all, it's always your interpretation, right? If you can understand that, you win. Hands down, you win. It's always your interpretation. Your bank account, your body, your health, your wellness, your environment, the people, your job, your status, your identity, your self-esteem, your depression, your anxiety. All of it. Right? So when you internalize understanding that whatever is irritating you is an interpretation that you control, change is going to happen when what you control begins to change. It's never the external thing. Never. Never, never, never. Let me say that better. The thing that is irritating you is how you perceive the thing that's irritating you, right? So yes, that person, that place, that thing may have qualities that get on your nerves. But the fact that it gets on your nerves is internal. It's your perception, right? So when you're trying to find your way in life, first and foremost, you must recognize that your way is coming from your mind. If you don't have direction, it's because you don't have direction here. So first and foremost, know that. But to get direction here, you must get direction here. You must be spiritually aligned. To find your way in life, you must get spiritually aligned. And this is the part that people have a challenge with. Because in order to get spiritually aligned, you must spend time by yourself. You must spend quiet time by yourself. You must go inward. At this moment, you are a byproduct of your best thinking. And thinking is not going to get you to a new place. Awareness is going to get you to a new place. You must get an awareness of where you are. What is it about where you are that you don't like? What have you outgrown? What is not congruent with you anymore? When you get this awareness, now you can begin to do the inner work. Okay, I have an awareness. I'm trying to find my way in life. I realize everything external of me I don't control. I only control me. If I realize I only control me and I am a byproduct of my best thinking to this point in life, then I need better thinking. I need new wisdom, new knowledge, new information, new direction, new revelation. But thinking is not going to get me to a better place, because I don't know what that better place is yet. I'm trying to find my way, but I don't know exactly where it is or what it is I need to do or where to go. So in lieu of that, we know first, before we think, we must gain awareness. How do you gain awareness? When you're trying to find your way in life, you must gain awareness, new awareness. New awareness comes from internal dialogue. Internal dialogue meaning it's not you dialoguing. It's you are waiting and listening and observing your own inner dialogue for the revelation, for the spiritual shift. However it shows up for you, it shows up for everybody differently. When we begin to do our inner work, we are immediately going to be fighting with our flesh. Our higher consciousness knows that for us to elevate in life, we must sit quietly. We must pray. We must meditate. People do different things. Some people chant. Some people sit in silence. Some people focus on their breath. Some people ask questions. There is no one right way to do it. Everybody does something different. You have to find the thing that works for you. To find the right thing that works for you, you must spend time with yourself quietly. Because this now is time for spirit to communicate with you. Whether you consider that intuition, higher intelligence, the Spirit of God, Holy Spirit, whatever, your sixth sense, whatever it is that you consider it. Don't get caught up in the title. Words, it's not that important. What's important is the experience that you'll have. Okay? So when you're trying to find your way in life, it must always start with, I need to get in alignment with a different version of myself. I was spirit before I was flesh. I must know that. I was spirit before I was flesh. If I know I was spirit before I was flesh, then I know I must get in tune with my spirit. To get in tune with your spirit, you must silence the mind. Most of the problems that people have in life, they're having those problems because of their mind. Their mind is constantly communicating with them. In the absence of information, the mind will create a narrative. So it's really important that you understand the mind is always communicating. And that gets in the way of deeper wisdom. This is not wisdom. This is wisdom. So you have to understand where your blessings are going to come from. Your blessings don't come from you're so smart. Because the smartest people in the world, some of the smartest people in the world are the dumbest people in the world. How many of y'all know that? Right? We can be highly intelligent and still be dumb. Did y'all have your lemon water and your vitamins this morning? Make sure you take care of your mind, body, spirit, okay? The vitamins are very, very important. All right, so as I'm coming to my conclusion, when you're trying to find your way in life, figure out what it is that's not working. What is it that's not working? What is it that needs to be revealed to you? What is it that you're seeking? Are you seeking greater peace? Are you seeking better living, housing, employment, inner control, greater wisdom? What is it that you would like to find your way to? So once we can observe that, we understand that that's external, right? We're going to take the external, we're going to make it internal. What do we get to control? We only get to control ourselves. So if I want something in the world, that's going to be a manifestation of where I'm at internally, right? So whatever it is in the world that I want, I need to remember I only control me. I am, my life at this point is a reflection of my best thinking so far. Thinking is not going to create the next level of evolution that I'm seeking for my life. It's not going to come from thinking. Not initially. Thinking is a secondary helper, not a primary helper. Thinking is secondary. So if I know I only control me, and my life externally is a reflection of my internal world, then I know I must spend time with myself, right? So I gain this greater awareness. I know thinking's not going to get me there. I need a greater awareness. How do I get to this other place that I want to go? How do I evolve in the way that I need to evolve in the world? Once I recognize that I need a greater awareness and I start doing the work, I'll gain a greater awareness through spiritual wisdom. So if I can stop thinking and go into meditation, meditation is quieting the mind so you can listen, right? Set your intention. if you want to pray, if you want to ask the universe for what you want, if you want to write it down, journal, however you want to present it. Figure out what it is that you want and then clarify it with a greater awareness. Okay, this is what I want to change. For me, I want to lose 40 pounds. Okay, I have a greater awareness of that. Thinking is not going to get me there, right? Because my best thinking has gotten me here. So something deeper needs to happen. I must meditate. When you want to find your way in life, you must sit quietly with yourself. The people that have a problem sitting with themselves quietly, the people who have a problem with not thinking, not talking, and not moving, you're having an internal battle. This is flesh versus spirit. You were spirit before you were flesh. So the flesh wants to take over. The mind wants to take over. The mind says, I don't want to sit down. I got things to do. I got to go pay the bills. I got to walk the dog. I got to get the food ready. I got errands to run. I got, right? We all got stuff to do. This is why the morning time is so very, very important, because if you don't settle that down in the morning, you don't have a chance at settling it down during the day. Because once the day starts rolling, you've lost control. You've lost control of your life, because now everybody has access to you. People on social media, your emails, your phone is dinging, your phone is ringing, you have Zoom calls, you have conference calls, you have family, you have children. Everybody has access to you once the day starts going. So in the morning, it's very, very critical. If you want to find your way in life, it has to start with some form of prayer and meditation in the morning. This morning I listened to Proverbs 14. Phenomenal word. It's a phenomenal word. Proverbs, is the book of wisdom. And I try to listen to a book every morning. It takes 3 minutes, but it puts so much wisdom. I just kept hearing, basically the fool keeps talking and the fool gets in their own way. But people who seek wisdom are exalted, or they basically win in life. Like, to me, that's the whole message of Proverbs. It really is, that the fool rebukes wisdom. But the person who seeks wisdom is justified. They'll have inner peace. They'll have, whatever it is that they're seeking. So, how do you get wisdom? You listen, right? They say you have 2 ears, so you should listen twice as much as you speak, because you only have 1 mouth. So we need to listen. So let's go into this. Let's start our meditation. And let's listen to what our inner voice is trying to communicate with us. So I want you to set your intention right now. What is the question you want to ask your inner self, your inner voice, the Holy Spirit, the universal mind, whatever you call it, your sixth sense, your intuition, whatever you call it? What is it that you want to know more about? Do you want to learn how to double your income? Do you want to learn how to lose 40 pounds? Do you want to learn how not to let external things irritate you? Do you want to learn how to go on vacation more often? Do you want to learn how to live a life that looks like you got to have a lot of money for it? Right? A rich life. How can you get a rich life on a budget? Right? Or a wealthy life? How can you do that on a budget? That's wisdom. Right? It's wisdom. How can you stop being so attached to materialistic things? How do you gain inner peace? Figure out what your question is for the day. What's your intention? And I don't have my bell with me. I'm here in Miami. I didn't bring any of my meditation stuff with me. So let's just sit quietly. Let's take a deep breath. And exhale. Breathe again. And exhale. And just keep your focus, no matter what you hear in the background, keep your focus on my voice and on your breathing. And as you do that, you'll find that everything else fades away. Because your focus is strong and your intention is your anchor. You know what you seek. And what you seek is seeking you. Let go of all attachment right now. Let's cleanse ourselves. Let's cleanse our energetic field right now as we meditate. Just let it all go. There is no attachment. Allow yourself to just sit in peace and focus on your deep breathing. It's time to get to know you deeper. Anytime something is irritating you, it's your perception, and you're letting your perception dictate your emotions. If we release our attachment to the materialistic world, we can experience the materialistic world with greater peace. It doesn't mean that what you want won't come to you. It absolutely can. It just means that the control and the need to control it will be released. So you can feel freer, less irritated, less manipulated. And it's the same thing with wanting to feel loved, wanting to feel validated, wanting a significant other. Breathe in and release. Part of the secret of trying to find your way in life is releasing the attachment to what it is that you want, while still setting an intention to manifest it. Continue to focus on your breathing. And on your next inhale, I want you to really pay attention to the rejuvenating experience that oxygen gives you as it enters your nostrils. This is the breath of God. And it goes up your nostrils and into your mind, your brain, your cells, your blood. And you can visualize it or experience it going down, the oxygen cleansing you from your chest down into your abdomen, your solar plexus, into your root chakra. And when you exhale, you breathe out through an imaginary straw, and you breathe out anything that no longer serves you. All tension, all stress. And this is how we get in relationship with ourselves. We need to get in relationship with ourselves. Stop focusing so much on other people. Stop being controlled so much by other things. We can set our intention, let it anchor us, and then allow life to happen. We don't get to control life, but we influence it by the way that we think. So let's spend the next few minutes continually breathing in and releasing all stress and tension, anything that no longer serves you. And now I want you to begin to think about what is your intention for this meditation. What would you like greater wisdom about? What is it that you need to find your way with? What needs to change, improve, or be released in your life? If you want to present it in a questionnaire format, that's fine. You can say God or whatever you would like. How can I XYZ, whatever it is you want. Lord, how can I lose these 40 pounds? Lord, what is it that I need to do? Lord, I need to double my income. I'd like to make $10,000 a month, $30,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month. Whatever you would like. Lord, how do I double or triple my income? Lord, how do I stop letting things irritate me? People not meeting my expectations. How can I gain greater inner peace? And then let's just sit and not think. If thoughts come across your mind, just observe them and allow them to dissipate. And bring your focus back to your breathing. I want you all to stay in meditation. I'm going to end this live, but I want you to stay in your meditation for as long as you can. The longer you're able to stay in meditation and just experience a different dimension of consciousness where you're not thinking anymore. It's called no thought. And if you go deep enough, revelations will surface. So stay in this moment, and I'll see you all tomorrow.